Okay. Hello, good evening, good afternoon. This is and good morning. The reason why I started with good evening, good afternoon, and good night is because I work overnights and this is my nighttime. And but this is an edition for Hong Kong House Cards, the Kuei Jin venue, where the men are men and sometimes they're women, but they're almost always walking demon vampire zombies. Today's scene, we find Jolie going to his mentor, um, who currently goes by He Who Sings the Songs of Shadow in his male, because he's in his male form, and we Jolie's wanting to talk with him about some planning and his the dreams he's been having.
Jolie would be donning the traditional black garb of the people that walk the Song of Silence, and going through the catacombs of the Cathedral of Immaculate Conception to find his mentor.
And as you make your way down, he's not that hard to find. He's in his usual room. Uh, and he's meditating, but you notice he's in his male body. Uh, he opens his one eye and says, "You may approach, my student."
Greetings, my master. And he approaches, assuming the meditative position after doing this um, courteous bow.
Oh, come on, dice. Oh, come on, come on. And is there something that I can help you with? See, rolls perception empathy on you.
Indeed. And you know he's telling the truth. And you have fucking obligation. I mean, come on. You know that he is wanting to tell you something.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely know that he's like wanting to say something.
Uh,
So even with your first dot of freaking obligation, you'd know. You can see straight through your the student that he wants to tell you.
yeah.
And in character, ever since I've received the gracious gift of the discipline of Chime, I've been having interesting dreams of future events, as it's
Oh.
stated on our scrolls. But there is a recurring dream that intrigues me.
And that is?
Sometime in the future, there will be a very important council meeting where multiple of the Shen and ourselves are gathered and discuss the matters of the city. But I do not understand as to why it is more important than the others that have come into days past.
Are there any discernible signs of well, why are you picking this up as a more important meeting than most?
Hmm. It it is hard to describe. It's
Okay.
more the feelings connected to the images pertain to a matter of significance. I do not know why the envoys of our Augustus personage and Jane uh, offer us such visions in this way. But it's the way the colors move, the sounds, listen, and their body language imply that something important will happen there that might strike the penning of the new saga in our continued existence.
Sometimes in the course of um, our paths, especially with when we're practitioners of the discipline of GMF, you'd have to let the events come as they may. You can't force them to come. If when you're meant to understand, then you'll understand. It is the way of the August personage in Jade and these such things. Because sometimes even the most wisest of us that practice the discipline sometimes try to preempt the future. And sometimes when they preempt the future, they change it and make things better or for worse. You're just now delving down your path with the discipline and as one of your weapons. You're still trying to. You'll still need to try and understand and learn more about the discipline, so you can, in time, the visions may become clearer to you. As he's saying this, he randomly pulls out a red wrap Baby Bell cheese wheel, and you do not know where he grabbed
Okay.
it. Anyways, is there anything else, my student?
I am. I understand that the construction of the new council chamber is well underway.
Yes.
Mm, how goes the task?
Out of character, are you talking about the construction of the council chamber or some another task?
No, no, I said, how goes the task of he's trying to say, because he knows that the council chamber is being constructed currently, and he's asking for an update on the task at hand.
Oh, okay. We should be completing its construction, but it out of character, he gives you flat amount of time because we're still having to talk with Brett on when he wants to do a council meeting.
Well, the council chamber is independent from the council meeting, so
He would he'd give if you a timetable before when they estimate. He'll give you a timetable where they'll have estimated when it will be done, and he says it will be done before this auspicious council meeting.
indeed. Well, dealing with the storms that have occurred in the new region, and trying to wield the power of Storm Shintai to the best of the Bodhisattva's ability is a tremendous task in and of its own.
Indeed.
That just proves that even when you reach that level of enlightenment, you still have new ways of using disciplines and learning others that you have not thought of as of yet.
With age comes wisdom, and with that wisdom, you have to learn how to adapt, how to change, especially the preconceived things that you've learned over the years.
Well, change is hard for us, those that walk our path, due to our proficiency within uh, the yin aspect of things.
Yes, agreed. Speaking
So,
of,
yes.
soon, once your studies in Chiamet are done and your other studies are near their completion, I'll have you working on another uh one of our powers. Your study in the ways of death will come to fruition in the culmination of these abilities.
Indeed.
A path we had stolen from the Western, what do they call themselves? Canaanites or kindred, whatever the people call themselves.
Oh, what discipline are you referring to?
It's an interesting knowledge path, but it delves heavily into our territory as well, and it will from the disturbances we've encountered uh, within the Shadowlands, you may find it useful they call it necromancy.
Necromancy. I have heard of such things from past conversations with one of the Westerners. Hmm.
Yeah, it turns out that August Persian Jade has granted us the ability to steal this knowledge and turn it to our own uses, using our own knowledge of death.
Indeed, that is good news. Though, hmm, much study will be required in the Qiem discipline in order to placate the after effects of the discipline of necromancy.
Yes, that's why I wholly agree with you. Once you've gone into the higher levels of Chiama and mastered them, I'll have start passing you the texts for the discipline of necromancy for you to explore and study.
As you wish, my master.
We don't. I don't want you to become too heavily death uh, offset in your balance tactics.
One must always keep control,
Yes,
and due to our detached nature from both life and death, we need to look at things objectively and calmly, and understand and take to heart the lessons of both living and dead.
agreed.
Interesting. Well, I I will pledge myself to further my occult knowledge in such matters, so that I may better understand the specific rituals and the proceedings needed to further said study after I can placate the after effects of that discipline.
That's good to hear. And judging from the race, there should be a teacher coming back to Hong Kong that will help tutor you in the studies of necromancy, where I may come up short, because I'm not perfect.
Very well then. I will ascribe to your superior knowledge and do as you see fit.
Yes, but don't seek him out until you have understand the higher reaches of GMF, so you can make sure you placate the after effects of necromancy. Without one, you'll surely lose balance. But without the other, you will also surely lose balance in the long run.
Control needs to be kept at all times.
Agreed.
Very well done.
Is there anything else, my apprentice, before I release you back to your studies?
Have you found out anything regarding the news of our gracious elder that studies the specific discipline needed for our mission against the Iron Dragon?
And perception alertness, Div 6.
Okay, five. No, alertness. You said
Yes.
that would be 6 dice. Yes, 6 dice for perception alertness. Please.
Okay. Oh, fuck it. I'll give it to you because it's your teacher and right, the person is sitting right in front of you. You notice, yeah, you notice, as you ask this question, he switches to she, and an effeminate voice comes out of his mouth. Not as of yet, my apprentice. We're still looking for prac- uh, uh, for the practitioner of the feng shui discipline at that level. We are having to go into our brothers and sisters in the land of the rising sun for aid in this because last known practitioner to us, well, one of them was there, the other one was in the mainland.
And unfortunately, due to the wall still being raised, we cannot gain the help of our mainland brothers and sisters.
Yes, the wall is fairly inconvenient in that regard.
Well, I thank you for your knowledge and wisdom,
You're welcome.
and until we meet again, he gives a bow.
She will get up with you and bow as well. May your steps be silent, my apprentice.
May your steps be silent, my master. With that, Jolie retreats to his quarters and studies the scrolls detailing the various ways of practicing Qie
And
And I
with that,
think with that,
yeah, with that we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Well, thank you, future viewers, for watching. And as always, Kuei not always male, not always female. Don't know what they are. Some weird, possibly some weird mixture of the two in one body, but also still off the bone list. With that,
okay,
that was with that. That's the in addition for Hong Kong House Cards.